Personal financial skills are the focus of a new educational framework developed by the Australian Securities and Investment Commission for both primary and secondary schools, to be brought in by the end of this year.
Across kindergarten through to year 10, all of the resources are based around some core principles when it comes to money. So like planning, saving, investing and donating. And so depending on the year within the school, the resources are tailored to meet the needs of those specific students. So with the primary resources that got launched in August, an example would be if you're in kindergarten, years 1 or year 2, you might do an activity that's based around pancake making. And it's a story of a young girl called Ava, and she decides that she's going to make pancakes, and it introduces the concept of fundraising. And through that practical example, children get to understand fundraising, but also the value and the different denominations of money. And so just some of those basic concepts get introduced at that early age.
These Year 12 students are about to sit their final HSC exams. Today they are filling out forms for their reference letter, saying what they have done at school and what they intend to do next. However, while they are looking forward to university or travel, they know they haven't been given much, if any, preparation for the personal financial challenges that they face in their new independence.
It's like, it's not much like in real life kind of examples, it's more like theoretic. If you were to own a business kind of thing, which I don't know, I probably won't. So it doesn't really help that much, straight away.
So what financial skills do you think you will need post-school?
Probably the ability to save money, because I'm pretty bad at that at the moment. And just how to do my tax and stuff, but I guess my parents can help me out with that.
I don't think that much. I mean, unless you're doing kind of general maths, where you do kind of financial stuff like interest and possibly tax. But apart from that, I don't think there's much in it. Yeah. Well, I definitely have to kind of learn about the whole tax system and then tax returns and stuff, and maybe putting your money in kind of a good kind of bank with good interest and stuff.
Mr. Denisinovich is the careers counsellor for these students at St Andrew's Cathedral School. He acknowledges the need for students to be given financial literacy skills.
Yeah, financial literacy is very important for high school students. In fact, I think it's important for all students, but it's something that isn't covered in schools very much, apart from the subject areas that lend themselves to that. And so ideally it would be great to have a program which would allow students to learn quite a lot about the practical side of financial management and so on. And that that would be together with a number of other life skills that students would probably benefit from.
For young people who have already finished high school and are experiencing the financial challenges that come with university study, some tertiary institutions do offer assistance. Ben Alfreds is a Senior Policy Officer in the Scholarships Office at the University of Sydney. He advises that a lot of the financial assistance his office provides is for unexpected expenses that students are often not aware of or prepared for.
Some of the main reasons that people would come in?
The main reasons are typically for students is moving expenses if they're living away from home to study, because let's say that a person's receiving Centrelink payments are ab study, off study or youth allowance, and they're combining that with some casual or part-time work. If they're having to move in a situation where it's beyond their control, say the property they're living in is sold or whatever, or anything like that, they're having to move out, the ability to come up with $1,000 at least to be able to cover a bond and their moving expenses is generally beyond that group. So that's a large part of it. The other main parts are for computer or IT purchases or textbooks, and costs for compulsory placements as part of students' courses.
Mr. Alfreds also agrees that financial education is needed for students before they reach university, but says it needs a holistic approach.
It's actually got to be about and aimed at creating independence rather than a restriction. okay, and about skills development, and you know, also pointing out the positives of knowing where your money goes, because that allows you then to plan for the future. Okay? You know, you can't plan to do nice things without being able to pay for it, and that's not going to. I mean, that's certainly going to be the case if you're a student at uni on a low fixed income, but it's the same case as you go through life. So.
This is Kate Burgess for Study Break.